We all like to talk about money, right? This is what this part's about. It's about saving your money. Of course, it could also mean spending your money if you apply this to like a loan situation. Let's see what's going on. We're talking about compound interest. The annual percentage rate is also abbreviated by APR. I just want you to know that this annual percentage rate and nominal rate mean the same thing. Okay? So compounding interest is interesting because with this, if you're putting it into a savings account, let's say you put $100 in your savings account and the first month you earn $5 in interest. At the end of that month, you now have $105. Well, the next month, the bank will pay you interest on $105 instead of your original $100. So every month you get to earn interest on top of the interest that they gave you the previous month. So it's pretty cool, unless you're taking out a loan. In that case, we don't really like compounding interest that much. This is your formula for compound interest. And if you're in my class, you need to know this formula. Okay? A of t is the account value. This means amount at time t. Usually this means the final amount after so much time has passed. T is always measured in years in this formula. P is the principal or the starting amount. R is the annual percentage rate or the APR, and you remember this is given to you as like 6%, but you want to use it in decimal form, which is 0.06. So remember, R is always a decimal and it's your interest rate. N is the number of compounding periods in 1 year. So let's talk about what that means before we actually work a problem. If the problem says that the interest is compounded yearly, how many times a year is yearly? That's just one time per year, right? How about semi-annually? Semi-annually means 2 times per year. Okay, so what does biannually mean then? This one actually means every 2 years. So that is a tricky one right there. I'll try not to give you any of those on your test or homework because that's a really tricky one. What about quarterly? Quarter, there are 4 quarters in a dollar, right? So quarterly means 4 times per year or every 3 months. Monthly, there are 12 months in a year, so N would be 12. Daily is a tricky one too. But for banks, they use 365 days no matter what. Now, if you're dealing with simple interest, they actually use 360. Okay, but we're dealing with compound interest, so we're definitely going to be using 365 days for a year.